Welcome back to the channel. Coin lovers, money bag today. We're diving into the world of the Liberty United States Jefferson nickel, the famous 5-cent coin that could be hiding real treasure right in your pocket change. These nickels might look ordinary, but some rare editions from the 1940s, 1950s, and even wartime years have unimaginable value in today's collector market. In this video, we'll reveal the most valuable Jefferson nickels ever discovered, their mint marks, hidden errors, and the secret details that make them worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Whether you're a beginner or a serious coin collector, you don't want to miss this deep look into one of America's most iconic 5-cent coins. The Jefferson nickel of the year 2000 is one of those coins that hides a mystery behind its modern shine, a small piece of metal that carries both history and potential beyond imagination. Though most people see it as just another 5-cent coin, collectors know that the year 2000 marked the closing of a long chapter of American coin design before major changes began in the following years. Each nickel from that period carries a familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his grand home, Monticello, on the back, symbols of vision, leadership, and American legacy. Struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, these coins tell a story of the nation stepping into a new millennium while holding firmly to its traditions. The mint mark, whether P, D, or S, reveals where it was born, and that tiny letter could be the key that separates an ordinary coin from one worth a small fortune. Some 2000 Jefferson nickels, especially those with rare die errors or proof strike brilliance, have stunned collectors with prices reaching thousands, and rumors persist of certain flawless examples or mint error varieties whose worth could climb into the millions, enough to turn a casual finder into an overnight billionaire. The secret of this coin lies not only in its shine but in the story of its making. By 2000, the United States Mint had mastered precision striking, yet mistakes still slipped through, double dies, off-center strikes, and mirror-like proofs that never reached the public. These rare pieces are what collectors call the treasures of the new era. A coin like that, born from a perfect storm of luck and timing, could be hiding in someone's change jar right now. The 2000 Jefferson nickel bridges 2 centuries, the last of classic design before the mint began redesigning the reverse in 2004 for the Westward Journey series. This makes the 2000 issue a symbolic farewell to the 20th century style that had defined American nickels for over 6 decades. To hold one in your hand is to hold the very spirit of transition, the final whisper of the old world entering the new millennium. Collectors and historians love this coin not only for its design, but for what it represents: stability, legacy, and the artistry of American minting. When struck perfectly, its surfaces flash with silvery brilliance, even though it contains no actual silver. That metallic glow alone fools many into thinking it's made of precious metal. But the real value isn't in silver, it's in rarity. Coins with sharp details, full steps on Monticello, and untouched surfaces command the highest respect. Add a unique minting error or misprint, and the price skyrockets, shocking anyone who assumed a modern coin couldn't hold such worth. That's why experts always say, never ignore the year 2000 Jefferson nickel. You might be holding a hidden gem that collectors are desperately chasing across auctions. So if you happen to stumble upon this 5-cent Jefferson nickel from the year 2000, pause before you spend it. Study its gleam, check its mint mark, and treat it as more than just spare change. It could be the coin that changes your destiny overnight. A rare survivor that carries the heartbeat of 2 centuries, the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, and the promise of unimaginable fortune. Every great collector's story begins with a single discovery, and perhaps your journey starts with this unassuming nickel, a coin that proves even the smallest piece of metal can hold the power to change your life forever. The 1963 Jefferson nickel may look like an ordinary 5-cent coin, but hidden beneath its modest shine lies a world of history, mystery, and a potential for unimaginable value. Minted during a time when America was standing on the edge of a new era, the early 1960s, this coin carries the spirit of post-war optimism, space-age dreams, and the energy of a nation in motion. The coin features a proud portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, gazing forward toward the future. On the reverse, you see his grand home, Monticello, a symbol of strength, architecture, and American legacy. Every small detail, from the smooth fields to the raised lettering, tells a silent story of craftsmanship and pride. Though millions were minted, not all 1963 nickels are the same. Some bear the D-Mint mark, struck in Denver, and those rare few with extraordinary condition or unique minting errors are where fortunes begin to unfold. The composition of the 1963 Jefferson nickel wasn't silver. It was mostly copper and nickel, but here's where the twist begins. A few rare examples, because of minting mistakes or experimental strikes, display unusual luster, weight, or tone that has puzzled collectors for decades. These mysterious varieties, believed to have been struck on leftover or mesolloid planchets, have become the holy grail for numismatists. Some experts whisper that a small number of silver-like nickels escape the mint, gleaming differently under light. Coins that could change your life overnight if discovered. While an ordinary 1963 nickel might buy nothing more than a piece of candy, one with rare minting error, double die, or an exceptional full steps detail on Monticello, could be worth thousands, and sometimes even climb to astronomical figures at auction. The 1963 Jefferson nickel marks the final chapter before design evolution, as 1964 would bring record-breaking mintages and the start of America's coinage changes heading into the modern era. This makes 1963 the last classic year before the flood, a symbolic bridge between tradition and transformation. Each coin struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints that year carries the echo of that transition. Collectors know that early 1960s nickels with flawless surfaces, strong strikes, and mint brilliance are becoming harder to find as time erases their shine. Those who hold on to them now are holding not just a piece of metal, but a moment frozen in America's cultural heartbeat, a coin from an age of President Kennedy's optimism, Elvis Presley's music, and the rise of the American dream. So if you ever stumble upon a 1963 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. Check the tiny mint mark beside Monticello. Feel the weight in your hand, and look for that untouched glow that seems to defy time. It might be one of the rarest survivors, a coin with errors, purity, or perfection that collectors crave. In today's market, a flawless specimen can fetch breathtaking sums, especially when authenticated and graded among the best. The right piece could turn an ordinary day into an unforgettable fortune. This coin may be small, but its story is immense. A silver-looking treasure born in an age of change, carrying the power to turn a simple pocket find into a millionaire's dream. If you have it, hold it close, because sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest destiny. The 1996 Jefferson nickel may appear to be just another modern coin, but hidden among the ordinary lies a version so rare and extraordinary that it has captured the imagination of collectors across America. Struck in the final decade of the 20th century, this 5-cent piece carries the proud legacy of Thomas Jefferson and the Monticello design that has graced U.S. nickels since 1938. But what makes the 1996 nickel so fascinating is not only its design, it's the mystery of mint marks, rare errors, and untouched conditions that can transform a simple coin into a fortune-making treasure. In everyday circulation, you might pass by this coin without a second glance. Yet some varieties or mint condition examples are worth far beyond their face value. Imagine holding a small piece of metal that, under the right circumstances, could be worth a fortune. A coin capable of turning an ordinary person into an overnight millionaire. The history of the 1996 Jefferson nickel is deeply tied to America's journey through change and innovation. By this time, the United States Mint was perfecting its modern minting technology, producing billions of coins each year with crisp detail and sharp strikes. The mint marks, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco, tell the story where these coins were born, each carrying a unique character of its own. While majority of 1996 nickels were struck for general use, a small number of special strikes, improved versions, were created with mirror-like finishes and flawless designs. These are the coins that collectors hunt for, because perfection in minting is as rare as lightning in a bottle. If you happen to find a 1996 nickel with its shine untouched, its details razor sharp, and its surfaces free from scratches, you could be holding something extraordinary, something the market values far beyond its humble 5-cent label. What turns an ordinary 1996 nickel into a priceless gem are the hidden mistakes, the rare minting errors that slipped past quality control. Double dies, off-center strikes, clip planchets, or wrong metal strikes can turn a regular coin into a numismatic miracle. These one-in-a-million errors are like nature's accidents, beautiful, unexpected, and immensely valuable. A few rare examples have been reported to sell for staggering prices when verified and graded by top certification services. These coins hold a kind of magic, a combination of luck and history, that makes them irresistible to collectors worldwide. The thought that you could hold a coin minted nearly 3 decades ago, one that's been through countless hands, vending machines and cash registers, and discovered worth thousands or even millions is what keeps treasure hunters searching every single day. So if you ever come across a 1996 Jefferson nickel, don't rush to spend it. Look closely at the mint mark, study the surface, and check its condition. That small piece of metal might just be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Even if it doesn't make you a billionaire overnight, it still connects you to a long and proud tradition of American coinage, a story of artistry, precision, and hidden value. Every coin has a tale, and the 1996 Jefferson nickel is one of those quiet legends still waiting to reveal its secrets. It reminds us that fortune doesn't always shout. Sometimes it jingles softly in your pocket, waiting for the right eyes to notice its power. The 1978 Jefferson nickel, though often overlooked by casual collectors, carries a charm and legacy that links the modern age of American coinage to its earlier decades of craftsmanship and history. Struck in the post-silver era, this 5-cent coin represents a turning point in the nation's coin production, an era defined by precision, modernization, and subtle variations that today can make all the difference between an ordinary pocket change piece and a life-changing treasure. While the 1978 nickel is generally composed of copper and nickel rather than silver, its hidden worth lies in its minting quality, its rare errors, and the untold stories sealed within its metallic skin. It was produced at a time when America was adjusting to an evolving economy, shifting from silver coins to industrial alloys, yet still holding on to that deep sense of national pride engraved in every Jefferson portrait and Monticello design. The story of this coin begins with the image of Thomas Jefferson, a founding father whose face has graced a nickel since 1938. By 1978, the Jefferson nickel had already become a timeless symbol of American endurance. Its design barely altered for decades, yet its meaning richer with each passing year. Minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, these coins each bear their distinct mint marks, tiny letters that can mean everything for a collector. A simple D or S stamped near Jefferson's bust could turn an otherwise common coin into a treasure worth far more than its face value. Certain 1978 nickels struck with unusual die errors, off-center strikes, or doubled inscriptions are considered the hidden gems of modern numismatics. These rare varieties, when perfectly preserved, have been known to fetch staggering prices from collectors who understand the fine line between ordinary and extraordinary. What truly gives the 1978 Jefferson nickel its captivating aura is the era it was born in, a decade of transition, innovation, and quiet endurance. The United States Mint, by then operating with advanced machinery, aimed to produce flawless coins, yet small imperfections still slipped through. Those mistakes, ironically, are now the most valuable pieces. A 1978 D nickel with a sharp strike and mirror-like finish could capture the attention of the highest bidders in today's market. While many nickels from that year circulate freely with worn faces and faint details, the untouched ones, the nickels that have survived decades without losing their luster, carry potential worth in the thousands, sometimes even more if a unique minting anomaly is present. It is not just the composition that creates wealth, but the story, the condition, and the rarity that define fortune. The Jefferson nickel of 1978 is more than metal. It's a token of American progress. Each coin reflects the economic shift of the late 20th century, when inflation changed the meaning of money, and collectors began to realize that history could hide in their pockets. This coin connects the humble spender to the passionate collector, to the treasure hunter who looks beyond face value. Its copper-nickel surface may lack the shine of silver, yet it gleams with opportunity. Proof that sometimes the most powerful treasures disguise themselves as ordinary. It's a reminder that even a coin minted in the millions can hold secrets that only the patient and the observant can uncover. So if you happen to stumble upon a 1978 Jefferson nickel bearing a crisp mint mark, a full detail Monticello, or a flawless surface untouched by time, don't dismiss it as just another 5 cents. You could be holding a silent fortune, a piece of American heritage forged in precision and endurance. Its worth in today's market can reach unimaginable heights for those rare, perfect examples. The kind of discovery that can transform an ordinary collector into an overnight millionaire. This coin may not glitter with silver, but it glows with history, rarity, and potential. In a world where luck often hides in plain sight, the 1978 Jefferson nickel stands as a timeless symbol of how something small, simple, and easily overlooked can hold the power to change your fortune forever.